Hello my dearest WordPress lovers. In today's video, we are going to go through the QuizMakers plugin, which is currently the top quiz plugin in WordPress. Now, let's see why you must choose QuizMaker in the great variety of other quiz plugins. QuizMaker plugin can help you create from the most accurate exams and assessment quizzes that can complement the learning process to the most entertaining ones that will help you generate leads, grow your email list, boost engagement, or gain personalized insights into your students' learning process. Such quizzes include knowledge tests with certificate, assessment quizzes, personality quizzes, paid quizzes, BuzzFeed and outcome quizzes. Throughout the next several minutes, I will provide a detailed explanation on how to make all those types. Enjoy! Knowledge quizzes are great for pre-exam warm-ups, checking general information of your students, and many more. Quizzes can also be used for adding up to your knowledge, as they can cover various topics such as English, maths, geography, and most importantly, they are easy to make. Last but not least, by using quizzes, you can make your experience as a teacher easier, as you can categorize your questions, show interval messages and explanations, send mails with results and certificates. You can add leaderboards and many more. Now, let's head to making a knowledge test with all the mentioned features. Okay, so the first step of our quiz making is of course making the questions. For that you need to go to QuizMaker's dashboard and select questions, and by clicking on it you click on add new and you can see general settings. Set your question. After, you can choose your question types. Here we have several options, and then you have to write down your answers. You can write as many answers as you want, but people usually do up to 4. And then you can make answers by waypoints or keywords. After, you can select your question way if you are going to make answer by waypoints. If not, it is going to automatically put it on 1. And then you can categorize your questions, which is very important, because by categorizing your questions it is easier to detect and insert in the quiz. And that's pretty much it about making a question. After creating our questions, we are going to create the quiz. So select quizzes from your QuizMaker's dashboard and then click on add new, and you will see our general settings. You can add title. Actually, you have to add a title, and you can also add description, which is optional, but keep your title short. So if you have any additional information, it is better to write it down in your description part. And then you can also categorize your quiz if you want. And after comes inserting our questions. Click on add questions and then select your questions by categories, which you have already created in a question section. And that's it about our general settings. So here comes our result settings, which is the most important and key part of our quiz. You can display the score of your quiz taker either by correctness or by waypoints. You can choose to display the score or hide the score, and if you're displaying it, you can also display it by percentage, by correctness, waypoints. And you can customize a result message via variables, about which I will speak at the end of the video, so stay tuned. And after comes the most important part, the interval message. If you want to show an interval message, you have to tick the functionality, and then comes the intervals. If you are going to do it by waypoints, you have to click on points. If it's by keywords, click on keywords, and correspondingly, if you are displaying percentage, then you have to click on by percentage. And which means that by this interval message, we are going to show our quiz taker which level is their English, right? So if your quiz taker, for example, passed the 28% of your quiz, you make the maximum number 28%, and then you show a message of their English knowledge to be A1 level, right? And if they take, for example, 92%, they are on C1 level, and you show messages correspondingly. However, be very attentive on the percentages and points that you are setting, because do not forget that these quizzes must be accurate. English test is with certificate. So in the email certificate section of our Quizmaker, we are going to customize an email certificate. You have to tick the send certificate to user, and you have to name your certificate, and in the body part you can customize the whole message again using variables about which I will speak at the end, as I have already mentioned. And then you can customize your certificate however you want. There are several options that can help you, and then you have to choose the email configurations, for example, from whom you are sending the email, and you can also set up a name. You can even set up test, so you yourself can view the certificate before sending it to your quiz takers. In the recent years, personality quizzes became extremely popular with people. And if you're someone who's thinking about new marketing strategies for your business, then these types are totally for you. Personality quizzes engage people. Even the ones that have no common sense are very interesting. The reason is that we all tend to find out new things about ourselves any way possible. So our next type is our personality quiz, and in order to create a personality quiz, you need to create solid questions. For that, go to questions from Quizmaker's dashboard and write down your questions. Here we are going to use answers by keywords, so we are going to show and display our answers using the keywords. Here I have two keywords, A and B. Correspondingly, I have only two answers. You have to tick the correct answer, but it will not be shown in the result settings. So now we are going to start creating our personality quiz, and personality quizzes are partially for fun, so you can add a question, you can add a quiz image in your personality quiz to spice it up a little bit, and after that, do not forget to insert your questions, and this is it for general settings. Now we are in the result settings of our personality quiz, and here the most important step to take is to tick the height score functionality, so that at the end of your quiz there will not be shown any scores or any points. And after, go to the intervals, click by keywords, because that's how we set it up our questions, and then write down the keywords that you have chosen, for example A, B, C, D, and correspondingly write down messages which can be fully customizable, as you already know. And that's it about our result settings. Assessment quizzes are nearly same as the infamous IQ tests. You can cover any topic and create quizzes to test your quiz taker's knowledge. It is an easy way for you to find out the background you have within any field. The advantage of those online quizzes is that you can get instant feedback just sitting at home. So for our assessment quiz, we can make a little change in here, and in the questions part, you can insert image straight to your questions. After, you have to write down your question, select question type, and then go to answers, write down your answers. Here we are going to make the answers by correctness, and after comes a more interesting part for assessment type of quizzes, because these are kind of IQ tests, so it is important to give background information. And in the questions settings section, you can write messages for right or wrong answer, and it is more engaging when your quiz taker, for example, sees a certain message. It can be information, it can be the right answer if your quiz taker selected some wrong answers, and it is a way to engage your quiz takers. So for our assessment quiz, we are going to insert an image and then write down a description, and also insert our questions, which is the most important part, as you already know. And after comes our settings section. In the settings section, you can show head information such as title and description, and show correct answer. If you're going to show any message, put a longer timer on this, for example 10 seconds, so that your quiz taker can read the message properly. And then there are a bunch of other functionalities that you can choose from, and we will go through that functionalities as well in the end of this video. And in our result settings, you have to click on by correctness, and in the result settings you can also customize a message if they fail or pass the quiz. And here, as your result is going to be displayed by percentage, again choose the interval by percentage, set the minimum and maximum number of the percentage and the corresponding message. You can also insert images into your interval message. Earn with WordPress using paid quizzes. Paid quizzes can include literally any type of quizzes, from educational to entertainment, as long as you are able to offer something to your quiz takers or customers that are worth to pay. These are a great way of making money. The principle of quizzes is that the quiz taker only gets access to the quiz after paying. In Quizmaker's developers package, you can connect your quiz to your PayPal or Stripe accounts. So for the paid quizzes, the most important part of paid quizzes is of course our integrations. So whatever you know for creating a quiz stays the same except the integrations part. Here you can choose either PayPal or Stripes. You have to connect your PayPal or Stripes accounts to your quiz, and after you can choose the amount and then the currency, and in the payment details you can write a message on your own, or you can add admission form. And here is how your quiz is going to look like, and people will not have access to your quiz until they successfully do the payment. Perhaps those are the most carefree types, but little do you know how strong marketing tools are BuzzFeed-styled quizzes. Lead generation, email list, engagement to your business, promoting your products, and many more. BuzzFeed-style quizzes tend to go viral with such headlines as "Which slice of pizza are you?" So all you need for creating these quizzes is creativity, fun ideas, and of course a strategy that will also help you with your business. After comes our BuzzFeed type quizzes. These are the most fun types. So in the questions part, we are going also to insert some images to our questions to make the experience more fun and more vivid. And here I would like to mention that of course you can choose keywords, which I'm going to do, because by keywords it is more easier to calculate and to give accurate results. But also you can choose by waypoints, and you can put question weights to each of your answers. For example, the first answer has 2 points, the second answer has 3 points, and at the end of your quiz, I will show how to calculate those. So for the general settings of our BuzzFeed quizzes, we are going to add an image. Of course, we are going to write title, and then we are going to write description, categorize our quiz, and insert all our questions which we already made. And we're going to click on save. And after comes our settings part. Here we are going to show title and description, question counter, so that user knows how many questions he or she passed. And then we're going to also enable live progress bar to make more vivid experience. And then comes our result settings, which is very important. So in the result settings, you can calculate the score by correctness. Tick on the hide score functionality so that there will not be any points mentioned. And after that, in the intervals, if you have chosen the keywords, the principle stays the same. So you have to mention your keywords like A, B, C, D, and so on, and write corresponding messages. And if it is by waypoints, you have to calculate the whole point, the whole score that your quiz taker is going to get throughout the quiz, and then you have to write corresponding messages. For example, if my quiz taker gets 3 points, then they have these corresponding personality, and if they get 5 points, they have this personality, and that's it about our result settings. As I have promised, we're going to go through the style settings of our Quizmaker plugin. You can make animation effect, you can choose text color, quiz color, background color, you can choose the quiz weight, and then also you can make a mobile friendly quiz, which is very important. And you can choose the title transformation. For example, mine right here is the uppercase, and you can see that everything written is in uppercase. And you can choose the position of your background image. You can of course insert a background image and choose its position. You can either show it in the start page or hide it in the start page, and you can also make customizations with your answers. You can show it in grid, or you can show it with images or without images. And then we have such detailed customization as, for example, icons for right or wrong answers, and button styles, which is very detailed, right? You can choose your button size and your button font. And also, if you are not satisfied with all these functionalities, you can add your custom CSS. Besides all the functionalities that we have already gone throughout making all these quiz types, I would like also to speak some other functionalities which are also fun and engaging. For example, inserting leaderboards. Leaderboards show where your quiz taker rank, and it is a great way to motivate people to do better and better each time, and especially a great motivation for your students. And in order to make a leaderboard, you need to go to the general settings of your from your Quizmaker dashboard, and then go to shortcuts, and you will see the leaderboard shortcut. And in order to insert this leaderboard into your quiz, you need to copy this shortcut and insert it into the post that you have already inserted your quiz. Quizmaker plugin offers various ways of integrating your quizzes. For example, via MailChimp integration, you can transfer your database from one system to another within just seconds. You can also send your quizzes to a pre-made email list, so you do not have to send them one by one if there is a long list. And you can also make paid quiz, which we have already done in this video, via PayPal or Stripe's integration. So it's a fact that we all are visual, and anything visualized, any content with images, videos, is easier to conceive for our brain, any information. And Quizmaker has another option besides making knowledge tests or personality quizzes. You can also make flashcards. You can put pictures of animals, food, cities, or any other object, and by clicking on those pictures, your quiz taker will see the right answer. Also, this is an excellent way to teach children. So this was it for our today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned some new information, especially making some new quizzes. And to get further information and tutorials, you need to subscribe and hit your notification bell. Also, leave a comment and like. Bye!